I'm going to now share an example of the flow map. I'll be using it on the board a lot on Monday, and you're not required to use this note-taking strategy if it doesn't work for you, but for my visual learners, a flow map works really well in charting the chronological order of a story. We practiced it. We charted out the 6 months of the pandemic. Some of you didn't really do those notes, but we were practicing. I never collected those notes. It was a first starting point to just kind of look at what does this flow map look like. If we're looking at Dionysus, like I said, there's 7 sections. So the first section is Zeus's, the origin story, basically, of how Dionysus is born, Zeus's birth, pregnancy. The second section is our Hera's revenge on the foster parents. The third section, this is the birth of wine and the death of his friend. Ooh, I like that duality. See how I'm thinking aloud as I'm looking at my notes a third time, and I'm coming up with my own analysis hiding in the myths. That irony, the birth and death. The fourth section is this king, who begins with an L, Lyragos. He's not a good king. He's not an example of empathy, leadership. He's cruelty. He's selfishness. And in this fourth section, Dionysus comes with his revelry. He's got this cult of people who love the wine that he's made, and they are now ready to, as it says, take it mainstream. And what that means is they're going to find a nearby town to make Dionysus the patron god of them, to make a temple for him, and celebrate this wine and start spreading out beyond the mountain where Dionysus has lived, and this cult of satyrs and nymphs. This king El does not accept them. And this story is a pretty long part of my notes. It's a pretty big chunk of the chapter. So I've broken it down into about, let's see, there's 8 little details of it. I got some really great quotes from here as this king will enslave the cult and kill some of the people, and Dionysus will escape. He will use his powers and strength to escape and go rush into the water. And a Titan Theseus will save him and say, you have weapons too. You must go back and save your people. Teach this king a lesson. Another quote, a fire began to burn in Dionysus' stomach as it had when he first had a gulp of wine. What a great golden line. Do you catch that imagery? And isn't that capture something about the power and downfall of alcohol? Right now, we're at the power stage for Dionysus. So Dionysus goes back. He tells the king, you have one last chance, or I will make your kingdom barren, and you will be affected by madness. The king doesn't believe him. The madness happens. The king kills his son, Prince Dryas, Dryas, in a fit of madness. Very Macbeth-like, right? Very Hamlet-like. And then there's a mutiny. The town does not let the king continue when the whole place goes barren for 2 weeks. And the guards kill the king brutally. So I've got my notes organized. Where that is in the plot outline is right here, King L. And I might write some simple little things. Cruel, kills, enslaves, and then murders his son in madness. So I want you to try the flow map. Thanks.